What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another video. It's been a little bit. I know everybody's been wondering where we've been, what's been going on. Well, weather hasn't really been on our side here lately, so we haven't been able to do a whole lot because, as you can see, our area got quite a bit of snow. A lot of it's starting to melt now, so it's starting to go away, but we got quite a significant amount for our area, especially for this time of year. We ended up with, I'd say, probably around 6, 7, maybe even 8 inches total over a couple week time span. So haven't been able to be out and do a lot of filming. Haven't been able to do much with the play toys here lately, and just overall haven't been able to do much of nothing. Kids missed a lot of school. Work picked up for me, so been a little busy. Haven't been able to do a lot of filming. We also just got back from our annual vacation in the mountains. We got some video clips that I'll drop in with that here in just a few minutes. Every year we take a wintertime trip out to the Great Smoky Mountains. We enjoy going on that vacation every year, so kind of our breather, our little getaway from reality and just taking a break from all the hard work that's been going on here lately. But with the snow ended up coming in, like I said, it kind of slowed a lot of stuff down, but we're not letting that stop us. We're gonna get back in the swing of trying to get some videos pushed out. This stuff is, like I said, it's starting to thaw out. I can actually see my driveway now. It had gotten to the point where I barely could get my vehicles out, including my Dodge with four-wheel drive was even hard to get out at one point. My wife's vehicle hasn't really moved a whole lot. The S10, as you can see, no tracks in front of that, haven't moved at all. Slingshot completely snowed in. Motorcycle in the shed hasn't moved at all, hasn't even been started up. So plan for today is I'm gonna try to get some of the vehicles started up that haven't moved and get the battery going on those. Take a quick walk down here off the porch and let you get a better view of what everything's been looking like. The reason that we've been, like I said, snowed in as much as we have. But a lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff as far as the Freedom Tactical side and the Freedom Unlimited side of things that's been going on here lately that I feel everybody needs some updates on. So we're going to take a quick walk down in the office and talk about a few of those things, give y'all some updates of what's going on as far as some laws that are being implemented in the state of Virginia due to our governor change, as a lot of you may know, and some updates as far as both businesses for myself and stuff that everybody should know. So we're gonna go down in the office, have a quick sit down and talk about a few of those things. All right, so as a lot of you may know, we just had a new governor that was voted in the state of Virginia, and with a new governor comes a lot of changes. Some of those changes has been everything from higher taxes being paid by the residents of the state of Virginia, and some of those being a lot of firearm laws. If you haven't read up on it, that will be definitely something you want to research. Everything from going from a 5.3% tax to an 11% tax on all firearm sales and ammunition sales. Along with that came magazine capacities, where you cannot own handguns that have more than a 10-round capacity, which we're still fighting that bill, along with the AR-15 ban as well. Now, we woke up last night to some good news that came out of a lot of that stuff, where the suppressor tax that was proposed by the governor, which a lot of you know that the government did away with the $200 tax stamp on the suppressors and SBRs, SBS, and all that good stuff here recently. Well, our governor proposed that there be a $500 tax stamp implemented in the state of Virginia. As of yesterday, that bill was shot dead overnight. So the $500 tax that was proposed by her is now non-existent. We don't have to worry about that anymore. And a bunch of other small stuff that was trying to be pushed through with her, even as going as far as banning the use of gas-powered leaf blowers. You heard it right, gas-powered leaf blowers. So not sure what the agenda is behind that, but we all know that you start small with something as simple as a gas-powered leaf blower, and then it makes its way on up to eventually it be where everybody has to go full electric with everything, whether it's a leaf blower, whether it's a weed eater, whether it's a riding mower, and eventually all the way up to agriculture use items like farm tractors and stuff like that will end up being outlawed in the state. So that was also shot dead because they knew what the progression behind that would have been. So why even started in the first place? So there are people on our side. There's still a fight going on. There's still a lot of things that we need out of our way to continue business the way that we normally would. Landscaping your property has always been, that's, you do it how you want to do it, and we feel like there shouldn't be a restriction on that, because once the gas powered stuff is outlawed, then comes a tax on the electric stuff. So one event is going to lead up to another. So thankfully that will stop dead in its tracks, and hopefully we won't have to revisit that topic again. Same with the firearm stuff. Hopefully a lot of this stuff will not pass, and hopefully it's not something that we'll have to worry about revisiting 6 months to a year down the road. So a lot of that stuff is going to be dependent on, honestly, whether my business stays alive or not. I've been doing firearm sales for going on, this will be my 5th year now. And yes, I've enjoyed it. It's been great to us. I love serving my community and all those surrounding counties around me, as far as anybody that needs self-defense needs, and as far as ammunition, firearm sales, and all that stuff, and even the fun that we have behind it with raffles and stuff that we can do to help the community. My business has sponsored local sporting events and all that kind of stuff. So being able to give back on the other side is something that this business has helped with tremendously. So I'm hoping that it gets to the point where we can continue business as normal, because some of the things that's being implemented for dealers itself is going to be hurtful towards the business. Everything from a new insurance policy that she wants home-based FFLs to carry, that a lot of people will not be able to afford, including myself. Insurance that I was quoted, honestly, it costs a little more than the revenue that I take in monthly. So I don't want to have to be forced to go in that direction to change insurance policies if it's not needed. Also, a big part of that whole situation, which is going to be the make it or break it whether I get to stay in business or not, is the fact that we're being opened up to lawsuits that we shouldn't be held accountable for. So she's making all parties responsible for the sale of firearms that have been used in crimes. So to give you an example of what happened with the school shooting in Florida, where the victims of that shooting, their families were allowed to sue Remington. Remington took a major lawsuit behind that, which resulted in them going out of business. Should Remington have been held responsible? In my opinion, no. In some other people's opinions, yes, they should have. But you can't hold a manufacturer liable for the actions of someone using that item. That's almost the equivalent of getting in a car accident and suing Chevrolet because they made the pickup truck that T-boned you. Doesn't work that way. So she wants it to where if I sell a firearm, whoever I sell that firearm to, if they go out and they commit a crime with that firearm, the victim of that crime can sue me for selling that firearm in the first place. So that's not how a responsible party is supposed to work, but that's the way she wants it to work, which is the reason she also wants us to carry the insurance behind it for the liability. That way we have the funds to pay out in case of a lawsuit. So I don't think it's fair to all the responsible parties that are selling firearms that they be held accountable for the actions of the ones that are out there doing stuff illegally. Also, little does she know, the ones that are doing stuff illegally don't come to people like me, that is a licensed FFL dealer, to buy an item before going out to commit a crime. That's not typically how it works. You're going to have firearms on the streets no matter what. A lot of those firearms will end up in the hands of people that it don't need to end up in. But why should someone like me be responsible for that decision? So that's something that we're still fighting towards. We haven't really heard anything else on that whole side of it. So I will keep y'all updated as I find out more information. But right now, that's the direction that it's heading. So I definitely want to keep the doors of Freedom Tactical open. Like I said, it's been a great business to have. We've been blessed with it. We want to continue to bless others and continue helping our community and serving those that have the right to defend themselves and the right to own said items. So if we can, we're going to push to keep Freedom Tactical alive as long as we can. But with that being said, like I said, that's some of the stuff that we have to look forward to in the state of Virginia right now. It's a fight. So we just need y'all to keep making those phone calls, keep sending those emails in. They're definitely hearing us. We all have a voice. We need to be heard. So we need to win this battle. But on another note, some stuff to look forward to with the Freedom Unlimited side of things that's coming up. We are happy to announce that we have been working very, very hard with some new designs, and we will be officially launching Freedom Unlimited clothing in the next few weeks. That's something I have been very, very excited for. I've always wanted to own my own clothing brand. It was something that we originally started doing when I first started the Freedom Tactical business. We started selling merch before I got my license to sell firearms, so that gave us a jump in the business itself with raffling off some clothing items, giving away some free clothing items, but wanting to make a brand. But it never got to that point with that, because once my license came in and we actually started selling items, we kind of fell away from the whole clothing thing. And that, in the system we were using, it was, the clothing were, I don't want to say cheaply made, but we did it the best that we knew how at that time. So now we have a whole new system, whole new set of suppliers for the merchandise, as far as the shirts, the sweatshirts, the hoodies, and all that stuff. Better quality, better prints. We are still doing a lot of it in-house ourselves, but these designs are amazing. I will upload one on the screen to give you a sneak peek of what you will be looking forward to. But these things are coming out phenomenal. So we are going to be doing the official launch on that, along with launching the new website for Freedom Unlimited. Keep your eyes out for a video where that will be mentioned. It'll also be on all my social media posts. So if you don't know what my social media links are, the Linktree will be posted in the description below, with all my links as far as Facebook, Instagram, and all that, where a lot of my major announcements will be made. But Freedom Unlimited will have its own separate website where you can order the clothing. We do have a giveaway that we're going to be starting here shortly. So we're not saying just yet what the item is going to be for the giveaway, but there will be a giveaway that will be started shortly. So that's definitely going to be something exciting to look forward to. And there will also be a chance to go on a trip with us at some point this summer, once we are back out on the road with the motorcycles, and we'll take a ride somewhere, go out, have some lunch and all that. Just have you a day of getting to hang out with us out on the road, and kind of get an opportunity to get some miles in and all that fun stuff. So if motorcycles aren't your thing, we still have the Slingshot as well. You could take a ride in the Slingshot, or we could just load the pickup truck up and maybe go to the lake for a day, something of that nature. Whatever you want to do, that's going to be an opportunity that's going to be coming up this summer. So definitely looking forward to that. So it's a lot going on behind the scenes. Like I said, haven't been able to film a whole lot here lately, so wanted to bring you all an update of what's going to be going on as far as the raffles for Freedom Tactical. For those that don't know, we do raffles typically on Saturdays, but here lately I've been starting them on Fridays, because I'm more available on Friday evenings than I am during Saturdays due to kids' sports and all that stuff. But there will be a link that will be on the Freedom Unlimited website that will redirect you to the Freedom Tactical website. It's kind of a workaround that I had to do, because I can't post certain links directly on certain platforms, especially my text messaging system that I use for the raffles in the first place. Certain keywords will trigger messages and won't allow those to work within the message itself. So hopefully this little workaround that I figured out will work, where there will be a link on the Freedom Unlimited side to take you to the Freedom Tactical site to get entered into the raffles and to get you to our inventory page and all that stuff. So that's going to be pretty cool as well. Like I said, a lot of information that's going to be on the Freedom Unlimited website once that's launched next week. Everything from the raffle info, the t-shirt sales, and all the info that goes along with that. You can access our YouTube channel through it as well, for those that don't have all the direct links and everything. So it's going to have a lot going on. It's going to be a really cool design. It's almost finished. It's ready to be published. I got a few tweaks that I'm going to be working on over the next few days. So probably next week that's going to be ready to launch. So definitely look out for that. It'll have the link attached to one of these videos. But other than that, just wanted to give y'all a quick update of some of the stuff that we've had going on. Like I said, I'm going to leave y'all with a quick montage of some of the photos and some of the clips that we got while we were out in Tennessee. Hopefully, if you've never got to experience Tennessee mountains in the wintertime, I definitely recommend it. Take a 4-wheel drive. We've seen some people out there with some Hellcats and some Scat Packs, and I'm pretty sure that was a struggle being up in those mountains with that much snow and ice. But it was a fun time. We enjoyed it. We got to clear our heads a little bit. Now it's time to get back to work. So until next time, if you haven't liked already, like and subscribe, and we'll see y'all on the next one. Stay blessed.